modeling of leaf. Then we'll combine everything and work on the leaf disease. Then there is coloration of leaf too. We'll check the leaf colors. Maybe if a leaf, maybe is it through the color of the leaf that will be able to identify the disease, or is by maybe when the leaf is green or it is yellow, is it, does it have disease or not? Then we work on leaf skeleton, the part of the leaf, maybe the apical, the vascular, then etc. Then we work on the leaf dimension, the areas of leaf, the dimension, how the leaf is, whether, so that we'll be able to identify more on whether the leaf has disease or not. Then we'll check the parameters of leaf too. We'll check the parameters of leaf, how the leaf is it the part of the leaf, the generic name, the specific, everything about the leaf. We'll know more about the leaf before getting into it. So now,
Um, can I
do you
ask
have
something, Fatima?
okay, okay, I can hear you.
First of all, we need to drill down. So which leaf are we talking about? There are a lot of leaves. Which plants are we actually looking for disease on? If we start looking for researches now, we are going to see a lot of plants and it's going to be too broad. The research is going to be too broad. So we need to narrow down to a plant. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. So we need to
Yes.
narrow down to a plant. So is it maize leaf diseases? Is it pawpaw leaf disease? Is it mango leaf diseases and the rest?
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
Hello, Fatima, can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes, I
so
can hear
we
you.
can actually start. So let's I think maize is common. So let us use maize. Okay, good. So I think maize is common, so we can work with maize. Or what do you think?
Yes, maybe people should bring suggestion. Let's know
So we
which
can work with
where to narrow into.
yeah. So which plant are we working with? I go for maize. I don't know if anybody has any other option of plants that they have in mind.
I think for rice, disease classification too can also serve.
Come, I didn't get that, sir. Come again, sir.
I said rice disease classification. Rice.
Okay, we have salt for rice. We have maize. So others. Anyone?
Everyone should please
Any other
contribute
person?
so we'll know.
Yeah, thank,
Chat box. We can use the chat box.
yeah, thank you
So is
very
it
much.
maize? Is it rice? Which one should we go for?
Maize. I always work on maize. But what I want
Maize.
to advise,
Okay.
like yeah, Fatima highlighted some things we need to work on. I'll suggest you come up with a list and post it on the group chat for everybody to view so that whenever we break into sessions, we'll be able to whatever we are given. I hope you get my suggestion.
Yes, ma.
Yes. Yeah.
So please, is there more suggestion? Suggestion, please. Suggestion. Like which type of leaf should we use? Is it the maize leaf or rice leaf? Okay.
Yes. Yes, I guess oh, I also just like I suggested earlier, we look into maize because I saw another person posting we work on maize. Yes, from Mr. Yaya Sanity saying we work on maize. So since majority is deciding we work on maize, I would like to ask you, so what will be needed us to post the highlights of what Fatima for us to be able
I'm currently typing it on the chat box, so
to
you check there to review.
okay.
Coloration for skeleton.
Yeah, with us, we have
Yes.
decided to work with working with maize. And if you go through the chat box, you will see the different outlines that Madam Fatima Bashir has actually given us that we're going to be working with. So you have method of leaf identification, leaf modeling, correlation skeleton, leaf dimensions, leaf parameters. So I think some of them are still the same thing. Leaf identification is still part of the methods. So as Fatima said earlier, we are likely to actually divide ourselves into let's say smaller groups and actually quickly find literature on each and every one of these. Just say maybe two people will take two and we go like that. I hope I'm correct with what I just said, Fatima. Based on what you said earlier.
So I guess we'll be dividing ourselves into two per group. Maybe some will choose leaf identification, the two people, while two will be talking on methods of leaf identification, while another two will be talking of leaf modeling, leaf coloration, leaf skeleton, leaf dimension, and leaf
500.
parameters.
Done.
So please let's start. Mrs. Halima Lukman and Ibrahim Williams will be talking on leaf identification, while Abdullah Bankole and Khadija Abdulhamid will be researching on methods of leaf identification. Then Abdul Qawi Hassan and Yahya Hassan will be talking on leaf modeling. Then Ms. Zainab Tasala Muhammad and Kefas R. Galadima, maybe they'll be talking on leaf coloration. Then Sadiq Hanif Olawale and Mohammed Ahmed Omatolani, they'll be talking on leaf dimension. While Mrs. Mutiat and Mrs. Latifat Bello will be touching more on leaf dimension. Then Mrs. Anifo Shimariam and I will be working on leaf parameters. So hope everybody gets my point. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you. I think you tagged I and Madam Khadija to work on method of leaf identification. So if we are doing our research, um, it's what we are doing now is going to be method of maize leaf modeling, maize leaf correlation, maize leaf like that.
Yes, but
Okay,
you and
that's for
Khadija will
everybody.
be working on methods of leaf identification.
Yes, I got that. Yes, thank you. So yes, Madam Zainab, you'll be working on leaf correlation. So you're working with maize leaves now. So maize leaf correlation and the rest. So Madam Khadija, if you can hear me, can you just put I in the chat box? Madam Khadija, if you can hear me. Okay. So I'm not even sure how we are going to actually collaborate on what we are supposed to do. But
What I'm thinking is maybe
I think maybe you're just
Mr.
hello Fatima, I can't hear you. Go on.
Um, maybe you can do it. She looks for 10, and you look for 10 conference papers. Are
Okay,
you
no
getting
worries.
me?
Yes.
So, Mrs. Zainab,
Zainab,
can you maybe you should talk? Ask your question, ma. Mrs. Zainab, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, talking about leaf coloration, um, searching about it, I don't know what are the points, the main points you are going to pick points. What are the main points that you are going to analyze on the research?
The point we are analyzing is that we are checking in on leaf coloration of a maize leaf, right? So in a maize leaf, we will check the colors, how to identify using color, how to identify these diseases using colors. Do you get me?
Okay.
Hello. So
Yeah, I
how
can
you
hear.
can identify, yes, how you can identify a maize leaf disease using the colors.
Okay.
So, any other suggestion or question? Hello, hello.
Yes, I think we are working on our different assignments already.
Okay.
Although you could actually show us one method in which you could actually find journals or publications for those of us that are just learning. Is that okay, Madam Fatima Bashir?
Okay, if I may just add one or two things. So if you check the chat box, you will see what we, some of those things she has mentioned that, okay, for extensive literature review to take place, we may be thinking about leaf identification techniques, leaf modeling approaches, leaf shape analysis, leaf coloration measurement, leaf parameters, estimation. So the whole idea is that how can we break it down? The major work is on leaf disease identification. If you recollect, the main speaker said that break it down. So how can we break that particular work down so that we can have enough papers and then have good understanding? So she has mentioned about 5, and we have shared it on the chat platform here. So the whole idea is, what are the other things that we can use to break it down? Thank you. Yes, it is here because we have to collate it. We have to collate it and be ready for the second phase tomorrow. So you can drop the idea now because it's just like one line suggestion. But if you want to drop it outside here, you can send it to this email. Can be so an information. Okay, as of now, can be any type of, okay, can be maize leaf, just anything maize. So let us agree that we are looking at maize. So what else can we use? So you can unmute yourself and also make one or two suggestions. Please, Bankole, over to you.
Yes, thank you very much, Prof. So earlier, we had actually made some suggestions on actually working with, we tried to narrow down the type of plants we are going to be working with. We agreed that we're going to be working with the maize leaf. So I even thought, thanks for the, I also want to appreciate the explanation you actually gave, because I thought we actually wanted to start the literature review based on the leaf modeling. So I was not sure of that we just needed places to cover. But now that you've actually come in, sir, we already have an idea of what we want to do. And some of us are already going into giving other parameters in which we can use to get literatures, sir.
So what are the other parameters suggested so that we can capture them now?
Okay,
Yeah,
for my hand here, okay,
okay.
go on, Mr. Ibrahim.
For my own end, I think we can also check on the species. of the um, maize plant. There are different species. There are some that they can be very tall, and there are some that can be short. So check about the species too. So that's my suggestion.
Okay, go on. Yeah, so noted.
Okay, is there more suggestion on where we can get more on the parameters? You can use the chat box or notify, please. Please, suggestions.
Okay, so let me still give more updates on the project. So, and we have agreed about 6 things now. Number one has to do with technique that have been used in the past. We also have to use, people have modeled it. We can use the shape. You can use the coloration. Someone have also mentioned the height now, so that we can look for literature along that line. So the whole idea is to use machine vision. If you are using machine vision, then you need to find methods of computing the height of the plant. So, okay. So we need to, so as of today, that's just what is expected of us, to come up with only these parameters and all these parameters. So except if you have any further question, further clarification, that's what we may still suggest. But let me ask one question. How do we determine the height of a plant looking from a drone view? Okay, Abdullah, I'm calling over to you. I could say by dimension, we mean the size. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Dimension
Yeah,
would be
I actually wanted to
the
ask.
size of the
Go on, sir. Go on, sir.
dimension. Okay. Okay, so this one in leaf modeling also, it is done by assessing the vertical footprint of reflectance measurement yeah, this is a very good one. So the coordinator should take note. Okay, someone said, okay, can we also think of the different types of maize diseases, as this can be aligned to the coloration of, yes, we want to use the coloration of the leaf to determine the type of disease. That is what we are trying to do, using the coloration of the leaf to determine what type of disease. So we want to think of you having a drone, UAV or manned aerial vehicle with a camera on board, and by just taking the picture of the plant, you understand the disease. So that is what we are trying to do, using the coloration to determine the disease. And someone have said, leaf modeling, it is done by assessing the vertical footprint of reflectance measurements. So reflectance measurements to characterize nitrogen uptake and biomass distribution in mass canopy. Exactly. So Bankole, coloration of leaf to determine type of disease. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir, for shedding more light on the project. So I guess everyone understands more on the project now. So now ideas on the parameters.
So let me just ask this question. To
Hello?
Abdul Kawi
Hello?
Yazan,
Okay. Hello?
vertical footprint of reflectance. So can you explain more, please? Just for 2 to 3 minutes, because we have less than 10 minutes left. Can we have a WhatsApp group for this, please? So the coordinator, please,
What I'm having
can
is,
you, we can drop our number here, and then the coordinator will create the group and add us to it. Thank you.
yeah,
Uh,
good morning,
Abdul
sir.
Kawi, sir, can you unmute yourself and
Okay,
just
okay.
explain what you mean?
Yes, sir. I think I've come. Oh, hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. With me here, my journal that I'm having with me here, under the assessing the vertical footprint of reflectance measurement to characterize nitrogen uptake and biomass distribution in maize canopies. So it's now saying in citation that given the area to crop growth, accurately predicting the former will improve the performance of crop growth models used in research and management. That the use of the bell-shaped distribution curve could be could be a promising method. Similarly, in modeling dry matter production and grain yield in crops accurately, changes in nitrogen gradients in relation to changes in the local light climate within heterogeneous row crops like maize should be incorporated.
Okay, thanks a lot. So we will try to get the paper to also we will go through it and the rest. That's a very nice one. Thanks. So the coordinator
I'll have
after
it.
this, so the coordinator after this will create a WhatsApp group, and then he will add us to the group. So thank you.
Okay, sir. Everyone should send his or her number on the chat box so that I'll be able to add to the group. I'm expecting the numbers.
Thank you everyone for your contribution. The WhatsApp group has been created and it's already in, so we can all up through the group. Yes, the group is already there, please. We can all join the group.
Let's all join the group. The link is at the chat box. Please let's join the group. Huh? Link is there.
I can't see any link.
Let me share it.
Okay.
Have you all joined the group? Hello.
Yes,
I guess I guess most of us are already busy with the work at hand now. So I just on the group so that we
Ma-
can all discuss it. Thank you.
Madam Halimat, we can't hear you clearly. It seems you are far from the speaker of your system or your phone, ma'am.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, I can hear
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Yes, I said it seems we're all busy with our task. So whatever we're able to come up with, let's just drop it on the group so we can all discuss it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. It's a great pleasure having you around. So, when we are going to discuss in the group, and all review papers should be sent there. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. I hope we learn a great deal and hope to see us in the discussion tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.